The UN Secretary General has issued a grim warning at that conference, and John Northcott is here to tell us all about it. John, good morning.
Good morning, Heather. We have heard these dire warnings before, but officials meeting in Berlin are making it clear that if the world does not get its act together, what we're seeing this summer, not just in Europe with temperatures more in Manchester the way they're used to in Mumbai, this is where the world is headed everywhere. We're talking about drought, we're talking about fires, we're talking about floods. António Guterres, the UN Secretary General, has this dire warning for all of us.
8 months ago, we left COP26 with 1.5 degrees on life support. Since then, its pulse has weakened further. This has to be the decade of decisive climate action. That means trust, multilateralism and collaboration. We have a choice, collective action or collective suicide. It is in our hands.
Collective action or collective suicide. To that end, he wants the world to reduce emissions, urgent adaptation. So it's coming. We have to do something to reduce the effects. Money for developing countries as well, and a concrete global response he is calling for. This, as in North America, we are seeing the effects as well. Of course, all weekend long, we were covering the situation in Lytton, BC, and in northwest Manitoba. Here's a map of the United States where 140 million people are due to deal with temperatures of plus 32 degrees. This is potentially, and I say potentially because at the moment it's just the Washington Post reporting this from sources saying that U.S. President Joe Biden is set to declare this week a state of climate emergency. This is because his climate plan has been effectively shelled by that one rogue Democrat, Joe Manchin. He from coal country, he with interests in the coal industry, saying he's not going to back the climate plan of the president. The president, if he were to declare this emergency, then would have extra powers with the sweep of a pen to be able to bring in some of those changes that he wants to see in all of this. Heather?
John, we're also hearing from Australia today. That country releasing a much anticipated report looking at the state of climate and of the environment. And what is it telling us about Australia?
Yeah, Australia, a country that has been a laggard when it comes to climate change. We have seen massive droughts there and now flooding this year. So the climate minister coming out and putting in very stark terms, Australia, of course, known for its flora and its fauna, unique in the world, all of that in danger. Let's listen.
We deserve to know that Australia has lost more mammal species to extinction than any other continent. We deserve to know that threatened communities have grown by 20% in the last 5 years, with places literally burned into endangerment by catastrophic fires.
So that's the situation on Australia. Back to where we started here in Europe as they meet at this conference trying to effectively get their act together, looking forward to the next COP, the COP27 in November in Egypt, and already there is tremendous cynicism and concern that the countries will be able, in view of, let's face it, we have still an ongoing worldwide pandemic, and we have economic troubles with rising interest rates and inflation and lack of fuel, etc., right around the world. All of that endangering the climate change agenda that is, by all accounts, so urgent. Heather?
John, thank you.